Welcome to my chefing. My name is Chef Fran, and this is my sous chef Ian.
How are we doing today?
And Ian is back.
Yes, I am.
So today we are making something so decadent, simple, and most certainly affordable. And we're all about affordability right now.
Oh, yes.
But it just seems a little shishi foo-foo because of some of the ingredients that we're using, like sun-dried tomatoes on deck here, chicken we're using, and what we're making actually is Tuscan chicken, and it comes from the region, a region in Italy called Tuscany, of course. So that's where Tuscan chicken comes from. So the decadent part is that it is bathed in like a cream sauce, and you get the sauce, from your sun-dried tomatoes. So that's what kind of looks orangey from the oil of the sun-dried tomatoes and the actual color of the tomatoes. And you have the greenery from your spinach. But of course, my chefing, we're just not just regular like everyone else.
No, we do it our way.
Since I figure we're Italian, why don't we throw some basil on it too? Give you that sweet herb taste. So your typical Tuscan chicken doesn't have basil, but we're all about reinventing the wheel here. So
yes,
hey, we got some basil in here. We have our yellow. Ian and I and the crew just love yellow potatoes, like Yukon Gold potatoes or honey gold potatoes. So we tend to use that a lot here. Or sometimes if we want to get a little shishi foo-foo, we had a little bit of the purple potatoes too.
Oh yeah.
But here's the thing, use what you got at home. If you have rosette potatoes, you can still do this, what I'm about to tell you. If you have the red potatoes, you can still do this. You don't have to have the yellow potatoes like us. So do what you could afford, do what's comfortable for you. So we just have some butter. Now, the only thing is that this herb is needed. So if you don't have this herb, you're going to be a little bit more simpler. And the herb is called herb de Provence. And what we did was mix the herb de Provence in some butter. If you don't have it or you can't get it, then just use the butter with some salt and pepper and Parmesan, grated Parmesan. And that's it, But if you have the herb, it makes it so much more delicioso.
Sounds good.
Que bella. So much better. So that's what we have here. We have butter with some herb de Provence. We have our Montreal seasoning for our chicken. We have some garlic powder for our chicken. And we have some onion powder for our chicken. We also have garlic powder for our potatoes, which the butter and the herb de Provence is going to be with. And a little bit of Himalayan salt and black pepper for our potatoes. Now Tuscan chicken is going to get some avocado oil, and we're going to drudge it in our flour. Now we're not deep frying this. It's just a drudge. Just kind of lets your sauce becomes thickened from the flour of the chicken to kind of create a roux effect for it. And so you're just kind of cooking your chicken through, but you're not deep frying it. It's more like you're sauteing it. So you're going to lightly dredge it in the flour. And ourselves, again, here in my chefing, we flavored our flour because you don't just want your chicken seasoned. Everything wants to be seasoned to the max. So we just have a little bit of onion powder in here, and some garlic powder, some Italian seasoning, and some smoked paprika in here.
Yes.
And we will add also throughout our cooking process, we'll add a little bit more smoked paprika inside our cream. We'll also add our Parmesan in our cream. We'll saute our onions and our garlic, fresh onions and garlic first. Well, first we're going to cook our chicken, then we're going to go saute that. And then we're going to add the sun-dried tomatoes and let that saute together. And then we're going to add our cream, and then we'll add our spinach. And we're just going to let that cook down so it can become thick. And then we'll throw in some basil. And then your sauce is done. And with our potatoes, we're not going to serve it with your typical, again, being different here, with your typical pasta or maybe even rice. We're going to serve it with potatoes. And potatoes that we slice super thin, like these. It's like super thin, just so you can see it. Super thin potatoes, like this. And we are just going to put it in with some Eau de Provence, like I said, some of the garlic powder, and the black pepper and Himalayan salt. Anything else, Ian?
The butter.
The butter that has the Eau de Provence. You massage the potatoes with the butter and the Eau de Provence. Yeah. And we put it in our air fryer and let that cook. So, or you can put it in your oven. You can do oven 400 for 35 minutes, 35 minutes. Or you can put it in your air fryer. And depending on the air fryer you have, you know how long it takes to cook it. But the air fryer kind of gives it like a quick one. It cooks a little bit quicker. And two, you have a little bit edges being crunchy, so that's kind of sweet too. So we're gonna just go into our vitamin content now. Okay, so just a little background again about Tuscan chicken. Tuscan comes from the northern part of Italy called Tuscany. It's full of flavor with and your Tuscan chicken is full of flavor with sun-dried tomatoes, spinach, and decorative cream. Your chicken has vitamins B6, B12, and niacin. Lemon juice that we cleaned our chicken with has vitamin C, B6, and potassium. Montreal season, which our chicken has on it, has vitamins A, C, D, calcium, iron, and potassium. Our garlic powder, B6, C, calcium, iron, and magnesium. Our onion powder, B, C, calcium, iron, manganese, and potassium. Our smoked paprika, vitamins A, calcium, folate, potassium, phosphorus. Our avocado oil, vitamins A, E, antioxidants, lutein, and oleic acid. Our flour has folic acid, iron, niacin, riboflavin, and thiamine. Our butter, vitamins A, B12, D, E, and K2. Our onions has vitamins B6, C, folate, magnesium, potassium. Our garlic has vitamins B6, C, manganese, and selenium. Sun-dried tomatoes, C, K, manganese, niacin, potassium. Cream, vitamins A and calcium. Parmesan cheese, vitamins A, B6, and B12. Spinach, vitamins C, E, K, calcium, iron, magnesium, potassium. Our potatoes, vitamins B1, B3, B6, C, folate, magnesium, potassium. And our Eau de Provence, vitamins A, C, D, calcium, iron, and potassium. Real facts. It's known that hunger can lead to chronic illnesses. Did you know that people with very low food insecurity are 53% more likely to have one? To learn more, you can visit us at jbhcdc.org. So I am going to season my chicken with and first, my chicken was washed, and I've talked to you guys about this before, that I am a person that likes to wash or clean my chicken, and that's usually done with some form of acid, which could be vinegar, or it could be lemon juice, lime juice, sour orange. For me, I think it's important. I'm not here judging anyone, but that's how I grew up, and I've continued the tradition because, you know, you have to understand when you're buying your meats or your poultry, it's touched a lot of hands at the packing plant, and even, you know, or the butcher, and it's just a way for me to kind of kill off the bacteria. So this was soaked in some lemon juice for about 5 minutes. Ian did that for us. Particularly, I don't like to usually soak it that too much. I usually like to do 2 or 3 minutes and then rinse it off. But again, when you're learning, you don't fully know everything, and I didn't give him that much details. And the reason I don't usually want to go past 3 minutes is because acid is a form of way of cooking your food. Think of ceviche, right? It's soaked in lime juice or lemon juice, and that's how you're able to kind of eat the raw shrimp, but it's not all raw. So it's the same thing if you let your food that you're trying, your meats that you're trying to wash, soak in acid, like with beef, it'll turn it gray because it's starting to cook it. And the same thing with your chicken. So you just want to kind of like massage it for like 2 or 3 minutes, then rinse it off and pat it dry. which we have here. And so now we're going to put our seasoning. And for me, that is just some garlic powder here. And then I'm going to just massage that. A little bit of garlic powder, you know, right here. Just massage that to your chicken breast. And then we'll flip it. And get the other side as well. And then we'll just do some onion powder. Okay. Just massage that. And here we have our onion powder. You can do it this way. You can just kind of pour it over, however works best for you guys. So I just kind of finished massaging my onion powder and my garlic powder. And the last thing I'm going to do is that I really love this seasoning because it kind of has everything encompassed here, but I usually like a little bit more flavor. Hence why I add the additional onion powder and garlic powder, or sometimes smoked paprika on top of it, or a little bit extra black pepper and Himalayan salt. But this here is Montreal seasoning. So Ian is actually going to be using my Gadget. I love Gadgets, if anyone knows watching our show. And what it does is that it perfectly slices. It has dimensions in the back where you can kind of do the width of what you'd like your potatoes to be. And since we have the Yukon Gold potatoes, honey gold potatoes, I should say, Ian has it on number 2. And so it is just, he's just throwing it inside the chute. And it's doing all the work. He's just pressing down.
Maybe that's music for me.
Yeah. Oh, you know you can take chunks at a time, right? And just spread them out.
Yeah.
You'll be here all day if you do that.
That's true.
But again, he did say what's time, right? He wants to be here all day, but I don't want to be here all day.
No, I don't know. Okay.
As much as I love him.
Oh, okay.
And then the longer we take, we can't eat, right? And I can't have you eat with us virtually, so we want to speed up the process.
Speed it up. Hurry up.
Yeah, just put a chunk,
a
handful, Ian, and then just spread it out with your hands, big. There you go. Yeah.
All right. That's it. Okay.
Giuseppe wants us to wait here because again, time means nothing to him.
No, it does, means a lot. But you know, which one is right?
You know, he's had enough vacation of sabbatical, so he's like, let me just give up my time.
Back again.
Chill,
again. I'm home. Back home. Okay. What do you think?
I think it looks good.
You good? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We get some unfilled over here and some down there.
Okay.
Yeah, Ian.
There we go. Okay, so we're going to put it in the oven. Actually, one of them will fit. And we got it on
So here are my ingredients for my Tuscan chicken. And it's still here. And I just have my pot going here. And I just dredged the flour. So show you. I just took a piece of my chicken and I just basically pressed it into the flour, just dredged it, patted it in, and just shook off the excess. Just want to kind of make sure everything's in here. get a little bit more flour on the nooks and cranny and just shake it off. Oh, wait a minute, let me try to get some on here. Let me just shake that off. My oil is hot. I'm just gonna put my chicken right here. I have a few pieces that I dredged up right here. And we're just looking to kind of get that coating on it. That's probably fit 6 pieces on here. And the rest will wait. Yeah. I've done this before, so I will wait. And I'm just trying to get some light color on it. Once that's done, I'll remove it from the flour, from the oil rather, and we will start to work on our cream mixture by putting in our butter. We need some butter, and put in our, actually, well, butter's optional, but I'll probably put some butter in it. With the oil that's left, you're gonna put in your onions and your garlic so they become translucent, and then you want to work on and add your sun-dried tomatoes. And once that's done, then you put your cream sauce and you let that simmer for about 2 or 3 minutes, and then you add your spinach until it wilts. This is what chicken looks like. This is what I've used for chicken looks like. I'm getting ready to remove that, and this oil that's left in the pan is what we're gonna cook our onions and garlic with. And we're gonna put it back nestled in once we kind of have everything going. We still have some more chicken to put in to cook, so still have to add some more chicken. Again, we just kind of just gently dredged it. One more piece in here, and we're done with this. And throw out your excess flour, guys. Don't want to reuse it because it was chicken. So you might need to add a little bit more oil. And that's it. I'm gonna add my garlic. I'm adding my onions. We're gonna saute that in the oil that was used to cook our chicken. May have to add a little bit more oil. Maybe not actually, because our sun-dried tomatoes has oil in it. Okay, we're gonna add our sun-dried tomatoes. Yeah, that's where you're gonna get that pretty color for your Tuscan chicken. Okay. I am putting my cream. Oops. Here's our cream. And we're gonna put our Parmesan. Now we're gonna add our spinach to this. Then we're gonna put our chicken back in here and nestle and cover it up and let it simmer. Let's put in our smoked paprika. Can't forget our smoked paprika. Okay, so you probably don't really do this in Tuscan chicken, but I like smoked paprika. It's all about making your own. I'm adding smoked paprika. Let's get our spinach in here. I know it looks like a lot, but spinach, as you know, once it cooks, it turns out to be nothing. It starts to wilt down. And we're gonna let that kind of cook down. So I am gonna put my chicken pieces back in here, nestle them in. So you can have that creaminess. Some may end up being on top of one another. So I did cook it in 2 separate batches. In there, and you see how the spinach just wilted down to absolutely nothing. And this is going to be so I'm just going to cover this up as I'm getting my few last pieces of chicken in here. Turn these around so they can kind of get the goodness in here. So it is kind of full. Just to make sure you get some of that flavor. Make sure it gets that flavor. Okay. In here. Okay. Alright. And I'm just going to cover this up. Just let it simmer for about 10 to 12 minutes. On low to medium heat, and then we'll come back and look at it and eat. So I'm adding some basil leaves. Love basil for its beautiful natural sweetness. I know we have spinach in there, we have greenery already, so I'm just adding a little touch of our basil leaves in here. That's it. Basil. And I'm just gonna let this cover up.
And look how beautiful. Oh, they look gorgeous. Look at the colors. Again, Tuscan chicken. All the basil and everything to go with it. Oh, the cheese. The colors are gorgeous.
And being my chefing, we need to be transparent, right? And that's what we're all about here. So I'm gonna be honest with you. You may want to go an inch a little thicker, because although our potatoes are yummy and delicious, we got a few potato chips out of them. See that crunch?
Love the crunch.
Doesn't bother me. Doesn't bother Ian. And I'm sure it's not going to bother my crew. But your family may not want chips with their dinner potatoes. Or they may like the fact of the contrast that they got some potatoes, and then they have some potato chips mix.
Yeah.
So I'm all about trying to be transparent. And I want you to know, for me, the next time I do this, I'll go up at least a 1/4 inch thicker. Especially if I'm using the small potatoes like I use. And I'll put a little less time in the fryer. And I'll also add a little bit more salt. That's it. So I just want you guys to see what it looks like. So we have some great potato pieces, but we also have some chips pieces as well. Now, for some people, that's great. You get that crunch, and you get, you know, the regular texture of eating like a potato gratin, you know, without the sauce. And other people, you get that crunch effect too. Get some a little ASMR, crunch, you know. Well, partner, here's our Tuscan chicken.
It's looking good.
Bon appetit.
Bon appetit.
We're going to eat some of these potatoes and some crunchy potatoes too. Some ASMR potatoes.
I'm going to try one right now, man.
Okay. Woo! Got that crunch.
Killer crunch.
That's the true ASMR.
Now. Now for the real test.
I'm going to get some too. I want to get some crunch.
Yeah, get some crunch.
Yes. You know, actually it's a great contrast, right? You have some regular potatoes that you can eat. You know, they're nice, they're more tender and soft. Then you get the little crunch in your life.
It's delicious.
Yeah?
The chicken is moist on the inside. This sauce on the top is out of this world.
I like the crunchiness.
Yeah, it is. Well, that's a given, but this is incredible with this sauce. Wow, really.
Okay, let's go Tuscan chicken. Let's go Tuscan chicken. Okay, let me taste it. Let me taste it.
Oh.
My cream chicken.
Right? That cream is, and the moisture in the chicken.
Okay. So, definitely creamy, without a doubt. You totally taste, I'm going to be honest with you.
Taste everything.
I taste a little bit of the lemon, including the chicken. I do taste that. You taste the onion, you taste the garlic. You taste a little bit of the lemon, like I said. You taste the smoked paprika. You taste everything in here. It's not salty or anything, or hot.
No, not at all.
It's really good, this chicken.
Yes.
Nice and tender. You taste the sun-dried tomatoes.
Oh yeah.
In it. Oh, I got that creaminess.
That sauce is
super creamy.
Delicious.
Super creamy. The potatoes, really good. I actually like the contrast of just like regular eating it plus the crunchiness, like chip effect.
Yeah, it's. I'm telling you, I love this cream. I love the sauce. The meat is. It's incredible. So tender and moist.
I like that.
Your ARS, huh?
Some parts of it totally soft. Other parts get like that crunch. So ASMR, really. Really like it. I'm loving every bite of this.
That's what I like to hear.
I know you do.
I love when you
saying that.
I do. I miss that.
So here's our call to action.
Let's go.
Don't forget to click the like button by giving us a virtual hug. When you do that, that lets Ian, myself, and our whole crew know that you're enjoying what we're doing for you, that you're enjoying the content that we're putting out for you, that all of our hard work is not in vain. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed to us. And if you are subscribed, thank you. If you haven't, please do so. And do not forget that sharing is caring. You share this channel with your family and friends, they will thank you. And you guys get together and have a little fiesta, making some more chefing food. And don't forget to hit the bell notification so you can know every time we upload a new video. And if you're new to this channel, welcome to Miles Chefing.
Yes, welcome.
We welcome you with open arms.
And
Ian had it right. Open, and then we close the arms.
Also, be part of our family. Be part of the Miles Chefing family.
Yeah. Haven't you missed him saying that? Yeah. Be part of the Miles Chefing family. He is so right. And thank you so much for hanging out with us today.
Yes.
You could have been doing something else with your time, but instead you tuned in and joined in to eat virtually while we ate physically. But guess what? You too can eat physically this food next time.
Yes.
Because you're going to make it, hopefully. Tell me what you added different. Tell me if you did everything the same. In the comments, we do answer.
Yes.
And let us know what you did. We really appreciate you hanging out with us again, like we said. Thank you. We love you guys. Have a great day. Bye.
Bye-bye.